Hi Capricorn, this is Psychic Cheryl Lynn. I'm going to be giving you your November 2024 reading, some messages from God in heaven. The first thing I got for you Capricorn was Yellow Submarine. I don't remember that song, We All Live in the Yellow Submarine, but a Yellow Submarine. So, I was born in the 1960s, and I grew up in the 70s, so for us, the Yellow Submarine, of course, represented the Beatles, but it represented a time of boho, it represented the hippie times, it represented a time of free spirits, it represented a time of total creativity. Capricorn, I do feel for you maybe a loosening up. Like in your house, I know, like, some people are like decorating their house in bohos or like the hippie styles or like the stuff that they used to have back in my day, the mid-century modern stuff. And so I do feel like if that brings you some joy, to bring some of those into your home, your environment, and start dressing that way, if that's what you want to dress. I do feel for somebody out there that does represent the Beatles and represents London, or represents, going to see that whole, wherever they are at Liverpool, going over to England there, because I see somebody might be crossing that Abbey Road thing, doing that Abbey Road tour, actually doing the Beatles tour. So take that trip if you've been thinking about that, into England to, if you're a Beatles fan like that. But yeah, I've just seen the Yellow Submarine. They're saying the Yellow Submarine. But to me, that represents, like, the 1960s mod type of thing. Let me see what else for you, Capricorn. Blue sky, just blue sky without any clouds, anything, just pure blue sky. So whatever you go for it, Capricorn. For example, if you want to take the trip to England, go ahead and do it. You have blue sky, everything's fine. Everything's fine. So if you had any stress or worries or anything, everything is fine. You have blue sky. You have blue sky. You're living in a Yellow Submarine, but you have blue sky. Everything's okay. Yeah, it's blue sky and it's daylight. It's good. It's nice and clear sky. Yeah, they're showing me a big old sunflower. So they're showing me a big old sunflower too. To me, like the sunflower. So for some out there, Capricorn, I know it's November, but for some out there to be starting a farm, you're going to be like growing. Because for me, sunflowers represent the country. That represents, sunflowers represent, kids running in the fields, the country fields, and with the sunflowers. And so I do feel for some Capricorns out there, you could be thinking about homesteading and doing that. Getting your own like farm, your own little like living very rural, growing your own stuff, doing your own stuff, living in the country, thinking about that, totally changing your lifestyle, and that's fine. That's like, give it the go ahead as long as that brings you joy. Absolutely, that's something that you wanted to do. Bringing some nature into your house right now too, Capricorn, since it's November. But I feel for some of you could be thinking about really, let's take our kids and let's go live, in the country. Just taking our kids, we'll go live in the country, and we're gonna plant our own food, and we're gonna like raise animals and homeschool them. And that's, I feel like for some Capricorns out there, you're kind of thinking about that, or somebody had said something to you about that, and you're seriously thinking about that. But for you personally, getting out into the country, getting out into nature, for those of you that, are in the warmer climates and that have a mountain area, most certainly time to do some forest bathing, Capricorn. Get out there and let the forest just kind of bathe you, ground you, refresh yourself through that. And for other Capricorns, thinking about doing that, or, going into hiking into the woods. Like, I call it forest bathing. Some people around here call it forest bathing, where you just kind of like, okay, trees and everything, just, cleanse me and make me feel better, okay? So you might have to think about taking a trip, Capricorn, about going to do that into a warmer climate, since it is November. If you need to just kind of like, okay, we're going to go walk into the woods here in the, at a warmer climate, wherever the forest is, okay? Blue plate special, okay. Capricorn, so they showed me blue plate special. Okay, blue plate special, it represents from a diner, and back in the day we used to have the blue plate specials where that was the cheaper version of something. So the blue plate special would be, chicken croquettes and something and corn for $1. You get less, but it's like a budget friendly, eating a little bit cheaper. So I do feel like watch how much money you're spending, Capricorn. Maybe how you're dining or fine dining, spending money on food. Watch that. Um, I feel like the blue plate special to me just represents you can eat healthier with a little less money. So just be aware of that. Some of the food costs might be getting out of the hand. I don't even know if they have blue plate specials anymore in diners, but they used to. And I think some diners actually have blue plates, but that was before my time. But that was a cheaper version of something, basically. You got less and you paid less. Okay, let me see here. What else? They're showing me green beer. Okay. So Capricorn, they're showing me green beer. Put no faith, no any kind of energy whatsoever in luck, wishing, that type of thing. Put your full faith and trust in God in heaven. So when I see green beer, it makes me think of St. Patty's Day. First of all, alcohol, which you shouldn't be drinking at this point, Capricorn. Green beer, which is horrible for you anyway, but it represents luck and thinking, and just like, oh, I'm wishing, I'm lucky, that I'm lucky or luck and this and that, superstitions. Let all that stuff go, Capricorn. Live your life in the now and trust in God in heaven in all things. Don't put any energy into that. Because what you think and what you speak is what you're going to, put into your life, and you don't want that at this point. Well, there you go, Capricorn. There's your November 2024 reading. I'll see you next month. Bye, Capricorn.